right here on KMZM. Yeah. Anyway, hey, today the purpose of this video is to get some comparisons actually done. So, if you'll notice, I have one, two, three, four cameras and three external mics. This one's hooked up to my Sony right there, that one right there. This one's hooked up to my phone right here. Hello, hello. And this one here, which I need to adjust, so pardon the noise, is hooked up to my Q8. So yeah, we have all the different mics. There's only one mic that I'm not using that I actually own, and that would be the little karaoke mic that I got from Target. And that's because you've already seen comparison videos with it, and I don't have any more ports. The little Vivitar does not have a, by the way, that's a new camera. I haven't shown y'all yet. It's like a little action camera, and I don't have the adapter to be able to use a microphone with it yet. So we're just using the audio on it. Okay, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? So on that one, I just really wanted to show off the video, and to some degree, you'll kind of get an idea of its audio. Okay, so we're just going to do basically a direct comparison using all four videos with the same video and audio coming through, so that way you can, I can play like this one, and I can play this one, play this one, and then I can play this one, you know, and we can kind of get a direct comparison of different mics. The Samson, again, is on the Sony. The iRig, which is a new mic, thanks to Peggy. Thank you, Peggy. Shout out. The iRig is connected to my cell phone, and then that condenser mic is hooked to the Q8. So here we go. We're going to start with the Sony, okay, and the Samson mic, okay. So I'm going to put the Samson mic up close, and we can sit here and we can talk to it, and this is the audio on it, okay. As you can see, not bad. It's not horrible. Okay. Now let's switch to the iRig. So I can take the iRig and I can talk into it, and it's going to be something like this here. So we can kind of get a good idea of what the audio is with it. Again, not bad. And then we can take this and we can talk into it, and you can hear, and this is actually what I'm monitoring, okay? So you can get an idea with the condenser mic versus the dynamic mics, and them versus each other as to some of the quality. Now, just to kind of put everything in this perspective, that's a $20 mic. Okay, that's a $60 mic. Okay, this is a $100 mic. Okay, so it's pretty much in that order right there. And as you can see, as I go down the line, you can hear some difference between the three. Do you understand? Anyway, I like to have fun. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of do. Editing of this video may be a real pain. And as you can tell, this is, okay, you can hear on the Vivitar. Here it is. Here's the Vivitar action camera's audio right here. And so you can definitely tell a major difference between an action camera, and this is just a little Vivitar action camera. I think the whole camera was like $60. I mean, camera came with a couple mounts and charging cord and all that good stuff. But I wanted it for the action. It is 1080 full HD and has a 12.1 megapixel lens and shoots 1080 at, I think, 30 frames. So, it's not as good as a GoPro branded one, but it's not bad. I've shot a couple videos just playing around with it, and it's the video quality is really good. The audio kind of suffers, and I know the new GoPros have a lot better. They have like a 3 mic with noise reduction, blah 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 on them. But I haven't had the, I'm not monetarily enabled to be able to purchase one of those at this point in time. So, but eventually, someday, I might have the money to get me a GoPro. And then we can do further comparison between like the Vivitar and the GoPro and things like that. Y'all know I'm a techie kind of fun whatever. I don't even know if I've got that Vivitar set up to be looking at me. It may be looking at my chest for all I know. I think it is. I could probably stand to point it up a little bit more. Is that any better? It might be. I don't know. But this right here, hang on, we're going to move these away so they're not in our way. Hang on, let me loosen that little nut up. Okay. This is the Vivitar, which I really don't have to move everything out of the way, but it kind of helps me take away when I'm editing, knowing what part of the video footage to put in. For Vivitar only. So this is the Vivitar right here. Hopefully that turns out okay. I can't see. The bad thing about it is the screen on it is on the back. Okay, I have two cameras that I can't monitor. Okay, so I have two cameras that I'm able to monitor. One's my phone, which I'm using the forward-facing camera on it. This is not the back camera. The back camera is going to take better video, but I want to be able to monitor what I'm doing. I like to be able to monitor and see, make sure everything is right and all that good stuff. The Vivitar and the Vivitar, this is like their middle line one. So it doesn't have like Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or anything in it. It just has it, but it is 1080. They have one below it and one above it, and the one above it runs about $100. The one below it runs about $40, and is only 720p. The one above it, I believe, is 4K. So this is the middle one, and it has the Wi-Fi. Don't get me wrong. I may be incorrect on it, the one above it being 4K. It may be 1080 with the Bluetooth and stuff, but it looks a little different than the one that I have. Looks like it might be a little bit bigger. uh, and then the Sony, I can't monitor it because its screen is on the side. Actually, I do have somebody that can check it for me. Is that Sony picking me up? Can you see me on it?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, its video is good. So, yeah, this is what I got. I got the Sony Q8. I got the Sony HDR MV1, the Zoom Q8, the iPhone 6S Plus. Okay, I haven't even upgraded to the newest iPhone yet, okay? I'm like two generations off here. Yeah, that's fine, though. And then I have the Vivitar. I forget the model number. It's a DVR 786 HD. But this ought to give you a really good idea, audio and video wise, as to the quality of things that you can expect out of these 4 devices. I threw the phone in really just because everybody's got a cell phone, and for doing direct on video footage where you're wanting to film yourself, most people are going to use the front facing camera. Therefore, I wanted to have the way that somebody would actually use it for videoing themselves. Okay. The back camera is better. It's higher megapixel and better frame rate and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to use it because this is actually what I used in the very beginning doing my YouTube stuff, this very phone. So I wanted you to see the difference. Now, I'm taking the... I want you to see how I've got everything set up. I didn't end up needing the tube ultra gain on this because I've got it hooked straight into the back of the Zoom Q8, and it's got its own phantom power supply built into it. So it's basically got a preamp built into the Q8. So there's my phone. I've got a little phone tripod. Then I have the tripod for the Q8. Actually, that tripod will work on either, well, all 3 of these cameras, the Vivitar, the Zoom, and the Sony back there. The Sony, I can't see that. The screen went kind of black on me. Anyway, try hitting the button. Ah, there you go. The Sony back there, that tripod that it's on, actually, I found that years ago, and I got to checking. It's like a $40 little tripod. So, but all 3 of these cameras, the Vivitar, this one here that I'm filming with right now, the Zoom, and the Sony, all 3 have the screw mount on the bottom. I do have GoPro adapters for being able to use other types of mounts for all 3 of these as well. So there you go. And I think that's going to be the extent of our video today. So I just want to tell you, like I always tell you, we'll see you in the funny papers.